John and Rachael, and we're jagging around with Shaun Murphy, comedian coming to town.
We get nervous whenever it's comedians because we had to, we'll save it for our talk. One time we had to MC, right? Or intro, because it really wasn't MCing. It was introing comedians. And we were never more nervous because they were these great comedians, just like yourself, who were coming on a huge stage here in Pittsburgh for pickles and giggles. The reason we were nervous, because we're not funny and we didn't want people to have this impression that we were funny people, but we get to talk to really funny people like yourself. So welcome to Pittsburgh.
Thank you. I love Pittsburgh, and I'm excited to. Last week was my first week, my first day in Pittsburgh. So I'm excited to come back. I'm from Buffalo originally, so it seems like Pittsburgh is Buffalo plus better weather and sports teams that don't stink. So it'll be nice.
Hard to say that, though, this week after the Steelers going.
Yeah, really.
You know, when the Steelers lose, it's either we're going to the Super Bowl or we're all slicing our wrists. So this week we're slicing our wrists here, right? So,
well, it's so funny because knowing people from Pittsburgh, like, other than, I guess, the Pirates, your teams have been good for forever. So you don't even know how to process losses. Yeah, Steelers haven't had a losing season since like 67. And so my friends are like, Trubisky's good. He's secretly good. I'm like, oh, they don't realize yet. They don't realize they're bad yet. This is heartbreaking.
That is kind of true. That is true. Do you follow a lot of sports, or are you kind of just like figuring out what each city you're visiting is sort of known for?
Yeah, I'm a big football and hockey guy because I grew up. It seems like Pittsburgh's kind of the same way, where like I live in New York City now, and like my mom knows more about hockey than any person I meet in New York City, because it's like that's the culture. Like when the game's on, you watch the game, and you know, like it's crazy to not do that.
Yeah.
Is your mom one of those moms? I am a hockey mom. So is your mom one of those moms who are like, oh, I can't stand when moms act like that, and then they're like, kill him?
I don't see. It wasn't really. I think it probably helped that I wasn't very good. that I stopped playing hockey when I was like 13, like right before high school. So it never got too competitive. I remember, being like a dumb kid, like 9, and be like, am I going to be a professional hockey player? And the next year they introduced checking, and I was like, oh no, definitely not even a little bit. I got demolished.
We are talking to Shaun Murphy, who is coming to the Arcade Comedy Theater this weekend. Shaun, you said it's not your first trip to Pittsburgh. We already oriented you to McKees Rocks, but now you're headed to the downtown area, the cultural district.
I'm excited to go. I did, when I was there last week, I feel like so we went to this place called Eaton Park.
Yes.
to get food. And I called a couple of Pittsburgh friends, and I was like, and I expected we would be like, oh, that's the worst place in Pittsburgh. I can't believe you went to that place. Like, I just had such a bad experience there. And it's like, I just went in knowing it would be like, it's a diner. You don't expect the world at a diner, but you expect like a consistent, and it was just like, it was sad. It was like if a Perkins closed down in 1995 and then they reopened it an hour before I went in to go there. We all have those places. I used to work at this Mexican restaurant in Buffalo called Mighty Taco, and I think if I took an outside observer, it's objectively kind of bad. Like they don't have rice. They're a Mexican restaurant, they don't have rice. Like it's crazy. But like I love it because it's just like white trash cheap Mexican food. But like if I took someone from California there, I think they would. I know what it is though.
Shaun Murphy, you are coming to the Arcade Comedy Theater. What's the date and times? Showtime?
It is Friday, and I believe there are, so Friday, this would be the 14th, yes. Yep. And I believe there's 2 shows, so I think it's 8 and 10.
We can tell everybody to just go to the Arcade Comedy Theater and get tickets, but in the meantime, if they want to warm up on your material, get to know you a little bit, yinzerize your material, make sure they don't shout out while they're here and be jagoffs, where do they follow you on social media?
My handle is I am Shaun Murphy. Shaun is spelled with a U, the rarest of the Shaun spellings. I also have a full special on YouTube. You could check that out. So plenty of places to find me and go, yeah, he's all right.